Hi there, I'm Jane Francisco, the editor-in-chief of Good Housekeeping, and welcome to my home. Today we're going to do a quick tour of my dressing room and also our medicine cabinet. I'm really excited about organizing. I'm sort of learning to be better at it, and we got some help today, and so I'm really excited about the results. Let's go check it out. So this is my dressing room, and not only is it one of my favorite rooms in the house, but it's one of the most important to me. And you know, sometimes when you go, maybe you're looking for a house or you see in the magazines those absolutely spacious and palatial master suites. I think those are incredible, but I would rather take a good part of that space away and create a room like this. For me, the bedroom is a place that I don't spend a whole lot of time, and this room is where I keep all of my stuff, and now really organized, which is amazing. And it's so great to have that quiet sort of alone time and space in this space. I would love to introduce you to Jamie Horde of Horderly. She and her team came in to my space and really helped me straighten out. Being in the magazine business, I've had a lot of opportunity to learn about organizing, but when you do it yourself, it's hard, and it is a lot easier to have someone else help you, especially someone who knows what they're doing.
Jane did a really great job designing this closet. She really just needed help on creating a little more structure and categorizing her belongings. So today we're going to give you a little tour on how we organize Jane's closet. Here we dedicated these shelves for Jane's shoes. She designed these shelves specifically for shoe shelves.
Whatever kind of shelving that you're planning to do, whether it's bought shelving or if you have something installed like this, for shoes you can really go pretty close, and that way you can get that many more. And it's amazing because it almost seems like it's too small, and then it still works.
Yeah.
At the same time, you need some height for things like boots
Yep.
and heels and so on if you have those in your repertoire.
As more shoes come in, we do like to say try to do one in, one out, but you can always alternate them and create much more space.
Yeah, huge fan of flip-flops. As you can see, just can't
Can never
have too
have
many. Then I want to be able to actually use them.
Yeah.
And I don't know, Jamie's been saying like use it or lose it, right? So here we are.
These shelves were kind of a landing spot for everything. So nothing had a proper home. So we brought in these baskets to create a proper home for everything. We also labeled everything. This creates structure. We edited through everything, which you did an amazing job. So we pared
Couldn't
down.
have done it without Jamie, literally.
A lot easier that way. I also gathered a ton of information from you through that process. So I learned about you and what needed to land here. Then we placed these items, you know, in prime real estate of what you're grabbing most often.
And I will say a couple of different things. Like there are things that I've held on to over time, which you hold on to it because you know at one time you're gonna need it, but I wouldn't have known where it was. And like, for example, like little heel cushions for shoes, right? Like it's the type of thing where you've got your shoes, they're really bothering you. I have this, but then I don't know where it is. If you've ever read any of my editor's letters, you know I love labels, but I just hadn't ever gotten to the place or figured out. Like sometimes it just feels overwhelming when you're like, I have all these little things that are in different categories. Again, someone helping you with coming up with the categories is really, that's the luxury.
Yeah, and labeling's the last step. You have to figure out where everything's gonna live first. It needs to be sorted, categorized, and then labels last.
But the labels make it work in the long term.
So overall, getting organized is going to save you time.
I'm so excited.
Money, because you're not repurchasing what you can't find, and then just headaches all around. Here we have some more exposed shelves in Jane's closet. We repurposed some bins that she already had here for her dirty laundry. And then we folded her jeans here on these two shelves, which she pared down a lot. I would say she got rid of about half, which is awesome. Now it's gonna be easier for her to get dressed in the morning because she won't have that decision fatigue when picking out a pair of jeans. And then we folded a few of her chunky sweaters here. They don't hang so well on hangers. They usually pucker the shoulders. So our first option for chunky sweaters is to fold them on a shelf if possible. If you're concerned about moths or anything like that, they do have like cedar balls that you can get that you can kind of spread around throughout your sweaters. Here we have her little clutches and wallets, which she's grabbing often. So we brought in these little clear clutch dividers so that each one has a little spot. We did readjust these shelves a lot. They were all kind of all over the place, so we wanted to balance them out and kind of create that even look. So here we have one of Jane's wardrobes, and here we put some of her lighter sweaters that she wanted to hang. We've got her hoodies and her pullover sweatshirts. And then up top here we have all of her long sleeve tops, and how we organize them is just by color. So we did dark to light, all facing the same direction. And we also switched out the hangers because we want to streamline and make all the hangers the same. So we brought in some more of the tubular hangers that Jane already had.
I got these ones at the Container Store, but I think you can get them at other places. Yeah. Really simple, inexpensive. I go for that sort of like gunmetal gray because they look sort of like metal. Also, I happen to like gray. My son's name is Gray. I find them really easy to kind of put things on and off. I have to say that having doors, I haven't always had doors on all the closets. At the end of the day, as you can see, when you close all the doors, it just makes your room feel calm, orderly, etc. And when you don't have that moment of perfection inside, it's all kind of hidden away. If guests show up unannounced and you have to throw things in the closet, well, we got doors.
In this closet, we have Jane's blazers, her jackets, and like her jean jackets, and then she had 2 cardigans there. And then up top, we have all of her pants. So we folded all of her jeans, but we hung any kind of dress pant or a casual pant. And again, we just did by color. So all of her blazers within dark to light, all of her jackets dark to light, and same with her pants.
In terms of pants, I really like, and I think you support this.
Well. Yes.
These flocked, the ones that feel like velvet. They're really thin, so they don't take a huge amount of space. For some pants that are kind of silkier, they just fall off regular hangers. And these really like hold them nicely. You don't always have a chance to build things in, but if you are renovating, something to think about is actually putting a vanity with a sink in a room that may not be a bathroom. Because for some reason, I don't understand it, everyone always needs to use the bathroom at the same time. And if you just want to wash your hands, brush your teeth, having this in a separate room has been really amazing.
So we love this closet that Jane designed in her master bathroom. It's where she can store all of her bulk products or backup products. It's kind of like her own little pharmacy. So she actually already had a decent setup already. She had bins and labels, which labels are super important, especially in a shared space. So what we did here is we did bring in some new streamlined bins, and we continued with the labels, so we did label everything. We edited with Jane, so she did get rid of a lot of old, expired items, and then we really got detailed in sorting and categorizing everything.
When we were building out the house, the one thing that was non-negotiable for me was that we would create this big medicine cabinet. I was like, let's take as much of this wall as we possibly can, because this is the only medicine cabinet we have in the house, really. We do not have little shelves behind the mirror, and it means that we don't have any of that product is ever out. And you always know where it goes, you always know where to find it, and it's easier for shopping. Like, you just go and say like, oh, what do I need if I'm going to the drugstore? Or if you're at the drugstore and you think to yourself, am I out of Advil? And you buy it, and you find, oh, we're not out of Advil, you have a place to put it, and then it doesn't end up like kicking around on your bedside table or wherever else. I just want to remind everyone that Good Housekeeping has amazing organizing ideas on every single issue, and on goodhousekeeping.com, so many beautiful and practical ideas for organizing. And don't forget to subscribe to Good Housekeeping.